Katt Williams has never been scared to roast a Hollywood heavyweight, but his newest target isn't a late-night comic. It's America's most famous prosperity gospel pastor. In a viral 2025 podcast clip, he dubs Joel Osteen an actor in a $10 million costume, promising to peel back the padded pews and show believers the receipts that link faith, fame, and fortune. What follows isn't a church sermon or a Netflix special. It's a high-stakes showdown between a man known for unfiltered jokes and a preacher known for an unfading smile. By the end, you might rethink every inspirational quote that ever slid across your feed, because Katt says the real miracle at Lakewood Church isn't healing, but marketing. Cast your mind back to Katt's explosive Club Shay Shay sit-down early last year. In that 2-hour verbal flamethrower, he torched Hollywood gatekeepers, claiming the real audition always happens behind closed doors. He skewered Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, and Cedric the Entertainer, accusing them of playing safe roles to keep studio bosses happy. Now he's pivoted. Katt argues that if you truly want to see stagecraft, skip the comedy clubs and watch a Sunday livestream. The same mechanics of applause, merchandising, and gatekeeping that rule showbiz, he says, rule megachurches. Only the spotlight is stained glass. This pivot turns Osteen into the perfect foil: bigger audience, brighter lights, and even higher stakes, because souls, not ticket sales, are on the line. Next up, how Lakewood became a billion-eyeball empire, and why Katt calls its business model Hollywood with a hymnal. November 2021, a Houston plumber repairing a Lakewood bathroom knocked out a tile and hundreds of envelopes rained down, stuffed with cash and checks tied to an unsolved 2014 theft of roughly $600,000 in donations. Crime Stoppers later rewarded the plumber $20,000 for the discovery. Katt waves that story like a neon sign. If lost sheep wander, why was all that tithe money nestled inside drywall? No official charges were filed, and Lakewood called it an ongoing investigation. Yet critics smelled something holier than water damage. The saga reinforces Katt's thesis that when image matters more than impact, uncomfortable truths end up hidden. Sometimes literally behind plaster. But Lakewood's PR problems didn't wait on plumbers. They surfaced every time disaster struck Houston. Hurricane Harvey, August 2017. Houston sat underwater, and social media fury erupted as Lakewood stayed closed for nearly 2 days. After photos showed the facility looked dry, the church finally opened its doors. Osteen later told CBS the delay was for safety, but online sentiment had already branded him the pastor who hesitated. Fast forward to 11 February 2024. A woman opened fire before a Spanish-language service, injuring a 5-year-old and a man in his 50s. Cameras caught Osteen smiling awkwardly in the first press briefing, and the screenshot went viral. Katt repurposes that grin as Exhibit B, arguing that brand consistency can override basic human optics. So, if the nicest pastor in America sometimes looks more corporate than compassionate, Katt asks a harder question. Is the smile genuine or simply rehearsal? Osteen's sermons rarely linger on sin, sacrifice, or repentance. Instead, he champions positivity and expectation. Pray big, think big, and blessings flow. Academic critics have long labeled this prosperity gospel a theological fast food, sweet on Sunday, thin on doctrine by Monday. Katt's version is blunter. It's a cosmic pyramid scheme. Pray, pay, and maybe you get upgraded to first class if you're holy enough. He ties Osteen's jet-setting peers, Kenneth Copeland, Creflo Dollar, to a cycle where wealth validates faith and faith validates wealth. In that loop, doubt becomes taboo. Question the system, and you risk missing your blessing. He also cites the PPP loan saga as proof that divine favor often looks suspiciously like government funding. When critics pushed back, Lakewood promised to return the money, but Katt quips, the refund came quicker than an altar call once Twitter got involved. Next, if Osteen might be performing, who's writing the script, and what's the audience supposed to believe? In multiple stand-up sets, Katt claims Osteen once admitted he's not a pastor, just an encourager, a line Osteen has used publicly to explain his style. Katt twists it. Encourager equals entertainer. Whether or not the quote means what Katt implies, the accusation lands because the production value at Lakewood rivals any Vegas residency. 2-story LED walls, swooping camera cranes, teleprompters cued to applause breaks. Katt's overarching conspiracy: entertainment, politics, and megachurches share producers we never see, brands built on emotional engagement that can be monetized. He tells his audience, when a pastor can pack an arena faster than Beyoncé, maybe he's on tour too. The laugh holds weight because the business model is transparent. Tickets might be free, but the books, podcasts, cruise packages, and inspirational gifts aren't. So is Katt exposing a fraud or just remixing old skepticism for clicks? That verdict is playing out right now in the world's most savage courtroom, the comment section. Texans who never trusted Osteen flood social media praising Katt as a whistleblower. One Redditor writes, "He's saying aloud what Grandma mumbled after Harvey." Others argue Katt is exploiting tragedy for laughs, noting that he's also selling tickets. The split proves Katt's central point. Beliefs about Osteen reveal more about the believer than the preacher. Yet the conversation doesn't end with Joel. Viewers start scrutinizing every influencer who sells motivation alongside merchandise, from Instagram life coaches to crypto preachers. Katt's rant ignites a broader skepticism. When someone promises abundance, ask whether they mean spiritual abundance or a bigger credit card charge. Whether you side with Katt or Osteen, the debate forces a new question. How much charisma should a pastor wield before the line blurs between pulpit and platform? In one corner stands Katt Williams, weathered by Hollywood blacklists yet louder than ever. In the other stands Joel Osteen, polished, smiling, and richer than a small oil field. Katt frames the clash as more than a personal beef. He calls it a referendum on the business of belief. Hidden envelopes, delayed flood doors, multi-million-dollar mansions. Each story nudges viewers to weigh sincerity against spectacle. Maybe Katt is stirring controversy to sell out arenas. Maybe Osteen is genuinely sharing hope in a way people love. Or maybe, as Katt insists, it's all just show business with a steeple. That answer is yours to decide. Thanks for watching Buzzed Celebs. If you crave fearless deep dives into pop culture power plays, tap that thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss a truth bomb. Drop your verdict below. Does Joel Osteen inspire or exploit? We read every comment, because this story isn't finished until you weigh in.